right. I hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your day or middle of your day, or maybe you're pretty close to the end of your day. I love when we get these national calls together to do a quick pulse check of who's coming in. So if you could use the chat to drop in, where are you calling in from? Milwaukee first to win. Awesome. Houston. Look at y'all. Hampton, Virginia. Oh, I just left Virginia. My heart's a little in Virginia still.
It's picking up my mic. Yeah, if you don't mind shutting it.
Love that you guys did that for us. All right, so we are going to get into the meat of our day today. We are so excited to kick off the 22-23 school year with you. And this first webinar is to give you an overview of our whole year. We hope to hear your voices as opportunities arise. So before we get started, these are our community agreements. We've got these, you'll see them over and over and over again throughout our calls together. The first one is just housekeeping. Hey, if you're not talking, mute your mic. Make sure that you use the chat. Y'all have already shown how good you are at that. And then the next two are about being in the moment. So it's the start of the year. We know that there are 9.5 million things on your list to get done today. And we ask that you be present for the next hour with us here and mindful of why we're doing what we're doing. And lastly, and most importantly, I think, is the norm or the agreement of being kind. Let's give ourselves grace. Let's give each other grace. We are all starting our year off right now. And are we good with that? Can I get a thumbs up if we can agree to be kind and all the good things? Thank you guys so much. And I'd love to introduce myself. I'm Erin West. I am an instructional technology trainer here, formerly in Virginia, but as of Monday morning, now a resident of Texas. So that has been an exciting change. And I am joined by Todd DeSando. Todd, do you want to say anything before we get cracking?
Hi, everybody. I'm Todd DeSando. I'm also an instructional technology trainer here with VILS, and it's nice to see everybody today.
Awesome. So here's our plan for today. We are going to do a quick check-in, welcome the 34 new schools to cohort 9, hear from our Chief Equity Officer, Dr. Weaver, get an overview of the implementation guides and logistics of learning experiences. We'll also hear about the VILS community and partnerships for 2022. We have a chock-full agenda, so let's dive in. First and foremost, it's all about relationship setting. So let's come together. And what are you so very much excited about? You can use the chat, or if you're feeling especially brave, come off of mute and share what has you excited.
I guess I'll come off mute. I can't show my video right now because I'm in a weird place. But I was just very excited to see all of the teachers again and how excited they are to start this new program and willing to and open to the new communication I've been giving them. And so it's just nice to be back with the school family.
I love that. Thank you so much for being so brave and sharing. And, you know, I usually only give out imaginary gold stars when I'm working with teachers, but I've got like 150 for you right there. So spend them well. They're imaginary. Takes a while to restock, but thank you for being brave and coming off of mute. I'm seeing a whole lot of back to normal in the chat. Like, yes, let's get back to what it was like face-to-face all year long. A lot of excitement about new teachers, new roles, one-to-one. Todd, did anything jump out at you that I might have missed that's worth highlighting here?
I'm pretty much seeing the same thing, just a lot of cultivating relationships and new positions. I see a few new positions on there. So congratulations and welcome to those people in their new roles.
And Brittany, thank you for the whoop whoop. I would imagine that means you herald from the Aggie world with the whoops. And thanks, Angela, for the welcome to Texas. Nice big Texas welcome. Fantastic news. Yes, that I love that we're excited to to be in that coaching role. It is a powerful role. As a former instructional coach, it's one of my favorite places to be in the school. But let's jump into our day. So we want to welcome Houston and Tucson. They have their schools. Anybody want to shout out from Houston, represent? We got a woo-woo in the chat. Isaac is so excited. Either he is really passionate about Houston or coming in from Houston. Amy throwing it out. We got a woohoo Houston. Any Tucson representing today? And audio is fixed, even better. Rebecca jumping out those woots. Bearton, love it. We got Memphis here. Memphis, you're coming. Check it out. We have our next group of cohort 9 schools coming in from our central region. We've got Jefferson County, Milwaukee, and Cleveland schools. It's not going to be a love fest competition, but it's always fun to win. So who loves their place the most? Milwaukee coming in loud. Jefferson, Phoenix, Steve Brown, making it personal. So great. And our last region to represent for our cohort 9 schools, Tucson coming in with a late entry, is our southeast region, where we have Birmingham and Broward and Miami-Dade representing in the humid zone. Forks up with Tucson. We got Forest Glen here. Shout outs for some Browards. Love the excitement and the enthusiasm. If you are here from cohort 7 or cohort 8 or even earlier, you know what our friends are coming into our cohort 9 schools. And I love the excitement and the enthusiasm about what we're doing and where we're going. Nola's in the house. Love it. I love the all caps. That's so great. It's switching gears. We want to introduce you and let you hear from our Chief Equity Officer, but I don't want to do him an injustice. I'm going to let him speak for himself here. So join me as we watch this quick video.
Hello, my name is Dr. Deandre Weaver, and I'm the new Chief Digital Equity Officer at Digital Promise Global. I'm really excited to share with you a little bit about why we exist. Digital Promise is a global nonprofit working to expand opportunity for every learner. We work with educators, researchers, technology leaders, and communities to design, investigate, and scale innovations that support learners, especially those learners who have been historically and systematically excluded. Our North Star goals reflect the future of learning that we are working to build. They are student-centered, equity-focused, and ambitious, just like the work we are doing to achieve them. Achieving these North Star goals won't be easy. It will take collaboration across research, practice, and technology to tackle education's big challenges and push the bounds of what's possible for learners and educators.
All right, I see we've got some love in the chat for Dr. Weaver. He is legit amazing, and only a fraction of his awesomeness comes across the screen. Having the opportunity to spend time face-to-face with him, man is a powerhouse, and I am honored to get the opportunity to work with him every day and share a vision and a mission with that. So that being said, all of the celebrations and the excitement and hearing about our mission and vision from Dr. Weaver, here's the meat of the work. Here's what we're coming into. What can we do? So implementation guides are dynamic documents that are they're living documents that are going to be updated throughout the year. And each of those updates will be viewable through a change log. So you don't have to read it over and over again to see what is new and updated. But maybe you're like, okay, Erin, but what in the world is it? What is this implementation guide? So we have 3 of them. One for our one-to-one schools that are participating one-to-one programs in year 1 or year 2. So that's our cohort 8 and our cohort 9 schools. We have a hotspot implementation guide for our VILS hotspot model. And we have an extension implementation guide for schools in years 3 and 4. So while you may be wanting to jump right into those implementation guides, I'm not going to give them to you yet. I will tell you that we know when they will be shared, and they will be shared during upcoming syncs with your regional teams in the next couple of weeks as you get together. I will, however, give you a sneak peek as to what is inside of them, even if you can't get your hands on them yet. So the one-to-one implementation guide, it goes over the one-to-one program. If you've maybe forgotten, hey, what we're doing, how to get started, all of those bits and pieces you need to be successful. That ITT, the informational technology overview, the role of the actual hardware that we're using, all of the nuts and bolts to make the system work, and married with our professional learning overview. I think that's what's so powerful about the one-to-one model, is it really marries professional learning with actual hardware. So you get the theoretical ideas and can turn around and implement them immediately because of the access you have to the equipment. That is what my passion is, so I won't soapbox it. And then also we're going to have our Zoom links to join these meetings. So this part is the newest part and the one we're most excited about. I don't know if maybe you get a few hundred emails every week just for the nature of your role. So we got together and thought, how can we make it better? How can we make sure that information goes out, but it doesn't become noise? So what our team is currently working on doing is, just like you clicked a link today to register for your Zoom, we are putting all of those in the implementation guide with the dates and the times. So if you have a down day, register for them all. They'll go on your calendar. You're good to go. If you want to do a few at a time, hey, let me do the next couple of months, register, and you are squared away. So that is an exciting update that we are thrilled we get to launch this year. In our hotspot implementation guide, we're going to be highlighting the prominent components of that implementation guide. They're going to dig in deep when you guys go to the hotspot call on August 25th. So definitely August 25th, hotspot schools, you will have your implementation guide. It'll have the overview, the expectations and the dates that you need, the information technology, and that professional learning component for our hotspot schools. Let's see, the meeting is 8:25, if you didn't know this, and it's 11 Pacific. So that makes it 2 Eastern and 1 Central, and Mountain falls somewhere in between. It's a lot of math. So there's what, 10 Mountain. So between one of those, you will get that squared away. Another part in our hotspot is, again, those Zoom registration links. It's not just the one-to-one that is getting everything linked in the implementation guide. It's everybody. So no more spam emails coming out with calendar invites for your monthly meetings. And here we have our extension school implementation guide. You may have noticed there's kind of a theme. All of the implementation guides go over the program, the components of it. What are the requirements? What are the dates? Those Zoom registration links, they're all in it. And you guys, if you are here from an extension school, get it before hotspot schools. Your meeting is August 18th at 11 Pacific, 2 Eastern, 1 Central, 12 Mountain. Thank you, Todd, for the head nod as I did math quickly. So you will refer to this guide for calls, for the school year, for all of the bits and pieces that we have going on. I want to pause for a second before we switch into the learning experiences, because I just came at you with a lot of information. Without being able to see the implementation guides, is there anything you need clarified that you don't think you'll get when you meet with your regions? As thoughts come to you, as questions come to you, our chat is open, and we are definitely going to do our best to answer everything that we can. So our learning experiences, these are for our one-to-one model year 1 and year 2 schools. So cohort 8, cohort 9 and they participate in 3 learning experiences each year. During the learning experiences, we talk to the teachers about each of these components. You're kind of getting that same view that our teachers get. So each learning experience is made up of 3 parts. There's the live portion, where a VILS instructional technology trainer like myself, like Todd, engage with interactive learning with our teachers. Then there's the do it, the self-guided learning, who puts the information that we introduced during the live learning experience into practice. And finally, we have that coach follow-up. My favorite piece of the learning experiences where our teachers and our coaches get together to share and show what they've tried and how it's gone. One of those things, if I could put my instructional coach hat on, when I ran these kind of meetings, I always celebrated failures. And I really, 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 really loved to hear when teachers tried something and it tanked, because it means they tried something and perfection didn't matter. Just the act of trying was what we were looking for. So I encourage you to accept that idea of favorite fails, the best fails you can learn from as you try new things. Learn it, do it, share it, and show it. Yes, Caroline, thank you for that succinct put in there. Appreciate that. So all of our learning experiences take place inside of the VILS Academy. And the VILS Academy is accessed through the Launchpad, which is Okta. If you log in to Okta or the VILS Launchpad and you don't see this tile that says VILS Academy, it's okay, because it will show up about 2 weeks before your first learning experience for cohorts 8 and 9. And for hotspot and extension schools, we're getting a rolling launch to get you your tiles. So some hotspot and extension schools have it, some maybe not yet, but we are getting there to make it happen. I want to pause and see this question coming up in the chat. Let's see. So the invites sent out. That is a really great question, Kevin. And if we don't have the answer right now, by the time we get off the call, I hope to make sure we have it. We will definitely communicate that piece out. Jay Cool or Jennifer Cooley was on our call, and I'm not quite sure how that part is being communicated, but that is good. Is there a handout for this webinar? I don't know. This deck, Lucar, can we share the deck link in the chat?
Absolutely.
All right, she's the best. So yes, we will have the slide deck for the webinar, right, linked in the chat here in just one hot second. And Kim saying, new admin question, if you're extension and doing teacher-led PD, are you required to onboard new staff into Okta? Kim, yes, you're going to use Okta in the VILS Academy for any pathways or micro-credentials or any of those pieces you're going to do. And that's a beautiful question to bring to that meeting on the, let's see, the 25th, I think was yours. When you go to that first call, I can speak to generalities, but we'll be able to speak to specifics about that at that meeting. Is Okta for all teachers? Yes, everybody has access to the VILS Launchpad through Okta. That is how it's their single sign-on. So they don't have to remember a bunch of passwords. It's just kind of the gateway web page landing. Can you just have the breakdown of all the time zones? You know, I think that's really great feedback to include all of the time zones. Yes, Sabine, we will have an attendance link. And Rebecca sharing the love back. All right, I caught up with the chat here. Keep it coming. You guys are fantastic. So once you get into the VILS Launchpad, your teachers will all be invited to participate in a VILS Academy onboarding. And you might be thinking right now, I've already done that. We're in year 2. I don't need to do that. We did it last spring as a cohort 9 school. This one's different. So last spring, you came onto a VILS onboarding, which was our whole big giant program. The VILS Academy onboarding is a 20-minute kind of interactive activity to get to know that platform. How do you navigate? How do you communicate? How do you turn off email settings so you don't get 10 million emails accidentally? Admin and coaches receive emails leading up to the live, and each of them have very, very helpful videos to show teachers what to expect inside of the academy. In fact, more than once, I've referred to the videos created to jog my memory about what teachers will expect when I go to work with them during a live learning experience. Here we go. This one, I mentioned those emails, those 2 emails. We're going to look at the 4 periods of a live learning experience. If you are hotspot, extension, or just here to hang out, you're getting some backseat information. Awesome. But 14 days before the live learning experience, an email is sent to the admin and the coaches about the live learning experience and the VILS Academy onboarding. Those links to those videos are right in there. As admin and coaches, your job is to share that information with your teachers so they hear it from you and you know about it first. And once teachers receive that email and have hit that 14-day mark, they may begin working inside of the VILS Academy on that onboarding. In fact, they may get an email saying they've been registered for it. 7 days before the live learning experience, teachers will receive an email from the platform, from the VILS Academy, inviting them to the live learning experience. Admin and coaches will receive an email about the upcoming live learning experience. It has the videos, the links, the reminders, all of the language you need to make sure that everyone is prepared. And then you'll share that information with teachers. And I have this highlighted pretty big here because we've seen it come up quite a bit. If a teacher has not activated their Okta or their Launchpad account, they will receive information from the academy, maybe, maybe not, probably not, until they click that button. So they receive an email saying like, your Okta account needs to be activated. The teacher has to click on that activation, and then 24 hours later, they will be able to access the VILS Academy. If teachers try to activate the day of the live learning experience, they won't be able to get into the LMS, the VILS Academy, until the following day. So that's kind of, it's a reminder in that 7-day email, but that's a perfect time to make sure your rosters are up to date in Okta. All of the teachers have activated their accounts and they'll be able to get in. That is a one-time deal. Once they've activated their account, they don't have to do it again. You're good to go. On the day of the live learning experience, teachers will receive an email from the VILS Academy with a reminder, hey, it's coming up in an hour. Hey, it's about to start. Click on this link. And then they will click on the link inside of the Academy to join the Zoom, complete the feedback and attendance after attending the live inside of the Academy as well. And then from that point on, teachers will receive an email saying, here's your next step. There's your self-guided. Here's how you do that. Here's what you need. Okay, you did the self-guided. That's great. Here's your next step. It's the coach follow-up. And once they work through each of those pieces, they will get a certificate at the end that says you've completed your live learning experience, or not your live learning experience 1. You've completed learning experience 1. Congratulations. And we'll do this again for 2 and for 3. We like our teachers to try to get the self-guided and the coach follow-up completed within 3 weeks after the live learning experience, because we know research says that if you don't put it into practice right away, you're not going to do it. So let's keep our momentum going. But we also, if we go back to those agreements of being kind, we have lots of grace. We know things happen in schools. So what is the ideal? It's that 3-week window. But we know reality differs in different seasons, and we're here for you. So bottom line there. And one of the amazing things as we're thinking about the Academy is the community feature inside of the Academy. Each school has its own community with a forum and messages that are only visible to members of that school. We're going to share some ways we can engage with the VILS Academy, but I see a couple questions in the chat. And before I hand it off, I want to make sure I address that. Tammy, great question. I love that you have incredible cameras. So the benefit and the why we ask all of our teachers to join individually is we utilize breakout rooms, we utilize chat, asking questions, some interactive components. And if you're not on a device, you're going to have a very different experience being passive as a learner instead of an active learner. Thanks, Sarah, for answering that one. And I see the chat coming in. Awesome. So just that one question. Yes, it is almost a hotspot school. Timothy, that is a great question. We'll see if we can get you an answer. B or Sarah, I'm going to toss the mic over to you.
Hey y'all, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the VILS community. It's something that we're really, really excited about, and one of the reasons why we actually chose this new learning management platform for our VILS Academy. So the VILS community is, like it says here, it's a collaborative online space where VILS educators can connect, share, and learn as a community. So if you have been part of VILS for a really long time, then you know there used to be a really rich community where people were learning and sharing with one another. And unfortunately, over the past 2 years with this new learning management platform that we had, we weren't able to do that. So we're really excited to offer that to you again. That was a lot of feedback that we received was, man, I really wish I could talk with the people from the other side of the country who are also in this program. So like I said, we're really excited to offer this to you. It is coming soon. The formal official launch will be in the beginning of September. We wanted to make sure most people were back to school. There is some informal work and communication and sharing going on in VILS community right now as we speak, but know that we will formally be having a full-on schedule where we'll be making posts and everything, weekly posts where you can engage and interact. So let me tell you a little bit about the different types of communities that we'll have. We have one big VILS community in the platform, and that's every single person will be a part of that. And then we'll also have role-based specific groups. So if you're a coach, you'll be part of the coach group and you'll be able to interact with coaches from all different cohorts from all over the country within that group. And then you'll also have tailored weekly posts from us that support you and where you're at that time of year. Then liaisons will have a group of their own, leaders will have a group of their own, IT leaders will have a group of their own, again, with all tailored posts from us where you can interact with people who are in your same position across our program, across the country, across all different cohorts. So we're really excited for you to participate in these threaded discussions, sharing your stories. We'll be sharing helpful resources. You can share helpful resources, and we really hope to maximize this community so that we can share ideas around powerful learning opportunities for students and also celebrate all of you. So looking forward to that. Again, it started informally already, but know that the formal kickoff and all groups will be at the beginning of September. So looking forward to seeing all of your names in those forums.
I think it's back to me. Community building. How exciting. Here we roll. So we have talked a lot in this call. We are halfway through our time together, and I want to make sure that we hear your voices. So what we're going to do is engage in, I don't know, about a 10-ish minute breakout room with what's good with you. You know, we started the call off sharing what we were excited about. There was a lot of passion about new roles and just that back to school, oh, that smell of pencils and hopes and dreams. I love it, miss it. But we want to send you off into breakout rooms to share 3 things you're grateful for. You can use the prompt, what's good with you? And we will get that conversation started. So we'll give you about 10 minutes in breakout rooms to be in community with each other. And then we will come back to talk about partnerships that we have available and send you on your way. So we'll see you back in about 10 minutes. All right, those of you quick clickers coming back, does anybody want to share maybe something that was good with you or something that was good with somebody in your breakout room that you were like, this is too good for everybody not to hear?
What I did, hi, this is Mariela Vasconcelos from Matter Academy. What I just finalized in the breakout room, I was just wondering, because I'm new in the position and been learning the ropes as I go through the summer. I just felt just now, it just happened that I felt like, okay, I'm expected to know, I guess because they say VILS coach, that I'm expected to know everything, like regarding managing the iPad and apps and all of that. Wait, hold on. I'm an educational coach and I'm learning the ropes and also how to manage all of this. So I heard their answers of the other coaches, so now I don't feel that lonely.
That is worth sharing for everybody. Yes, that is all about not just community for our teachers, but for our coaches. You are not an island. You have supports, and I'm so glad that you found them. And thank you to everybody in our breakout room for remembering being in that spot and showing that grace and kindness. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. Maybe we have time for one more. Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
Just to share from our group and something from me that I'm thankful for. Recently, our district changed all of the student passwords after we had a huge hack of student accounts. So we've been going through iPads and we just started school yesterday, but we have reset all of 8th grade and all of 7th grade passwords, and we're halfway through 6th grade. So I'm really thankful for our team that we have at our school, because going through 800 iPads by myself while also still being stuck in being in a classroom would probably make me cry a lot.
Well, no tears, and teamwork is the dream. Put on some good rock music and power through. It's crazy that y'all are having to deal with that. The love that y'all are rallying. Seeing some gratitude in the chat of just who you get to work with is so great. It makes it so much easier when you work with amazing people that gets the work done. Really helpful. Love that you guys are having that. To go back to communities, there will be a community for all of you to continue this conversation inside of our VILS Academy once it launches. And it doesn't have to be limited to 10-minute breakout rooms, a few times a year to get that going. So thank you for engaging. And then what's good with you? It's not all bad. So our final activity or walkthrough for our call today is to dig into our partnerships. So this may be news to some of you, this may be a refresher for others, but we are able through Verizon Innovative Learning to partner with groups all around and provide opportunities for your schools to apply to get extra, to be in that moment. So the first partnership I want to highlight is UpAchieve. Now, UpAchieve is a nonprofit. It connects high school students to 100% free online tutors and counselors on demand 24/7, like an expert in your back pocket, a resource that if you are coming in from a high school, this is definitely a partnership you will want to get involved in. And right now you may be thinking, well, how do I do it? Oh, I want to do it right now. I don't know how to do it right now, but I do know that you will receive an email at some point this year telling you how to apply, how to get involved in this to make it happen for you. So that does exist. Cannot recommend that enough when you think about, your high school maths, all those pieces, access to tutors right away. Do we have anybody on the call who's been a partner with UpAchieve but wants to like woot it, or?
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of students in Bronx Academy Software Engineering test it out and share it in peer tutoring. And I was kind of initially skeptical, but the students tell me it was way above expectations. There you go. I was not paid for this announcement.
It's a ringing endorsement because you came in skeptical. And I think those are the most powerful ones, when you come into something and you're like, I don't know so much about this. And you're like, oh no, that's pretty amazing. So hopefully that encourages some of you to apply. Melissa, our hotspot or our partnerships available to hotspot schools? I believe so, but I wouldn't write that in stone. There is hopefully somebody on the call that can give us a definitive answer, or I know for certain it'll be covered at your hotspot meeting later this month. I wish I had.
UpAchieve, we're a hotspot school, and UpAchieve is available.
There you go, for the win number 2. You know what? There are 7,000 imaginary gold stars for you, sir. You are fantastic. Spend them wisely. So yes, Melissa, partnerships are available for hotspot schools. Bringing it in. Another partnership that we have available is Project Lead the Way. So in Project Lead the Way, this gateway program, our students engage curriculum filled with hands-on, collaborative problem solving, focused on real world challenges. Through explorations, through coding, robotics, flight, space, DNA, crime scene analysis. This gateway program, if you get into it as a grantee, you have to implement at least one section of either Project Lead the Way Gateway, Computer Science for Innovators and Makers, or app creators to students during this school year and next school year. So there will be a login to apply for that. That is curriculum based with access to some pretty cool opportunities. Evan, I love that you're giving a running tally of my imaginary gold star disbursement budgeting expertise here. Have we had anybody with Project Lead the Way have any experience with this, or anybody stoked to check it out?
This is Felicia Westbrook, Augusta, Georgia, A.R. Johnson, Richmond County School System. So we recently signed up last year for it. And so we have our teacher on board now to actually go and sign up for his courses that need to be taking place before we actually get the curriculum in. But we're really excited about having it here at the school. And I just cannot wait to just walk into the classroom and see what awesome things are going to happen with him and the students. So I'm looking forward to it this year.
Fantastic. Yes. Another ringing endorsement. I love it. A lot of stoked to try it out. When and where can we apply, Lindsay? I'm going to say what I said before. Look for an email. Everything comes through email. It is magical delivery of links, but be sure when that email comes in, you click on it and apply so you can get on board with Project Lead the Way. Love it. Laura's shouting out for A.R. Johnson winning. I have no doubt about it. Another partnership that we have through Verizon Innovative Learning is those of you who are in year 2, so our cohort 8s. You can partner with Discovery Ed. So Discovery Education, those resources are standards aligned, personalized, flexible, enhance student and teacher lessons. There are teaching strategies, grab and go lessons, professional learning, all of it is in for no cost, 2 years. How amazing is that? I think that of all of the partnerships so far, probably most people are familiar with Discovery Ed. It's been around for a while, and it is definitely a resource to take advantage of. A partnership, again, check for that email, when and how to sign up. Todd, even coming in from Verizon Innovative Learning School representing, loved it when he was a classroom teacher. Fantastic, great resources. Yeah, we can shout that out. And then we have ST Math as a partnership. And this is a pre-K 8 visual instructional program. It's for math, and it leverages the brain's innate spatial temporal reasoning to solve math problems. Sounds really big brain, but what it ends up meaning is it's super fun. It's research based, and the kids learn. There are challenging puzzles. There's formative feedback. There's all different pieces of it. Oh, we got Tut shouted out as ST Math champs. Do we have Tut? Anybody from Tut on the call that wants to brag? All right, and then I'm going to open it up. Anybody else been a part of ST Math and you're just like, this is fantastic. The kids are engaged. Laura's calling you out, Patricia. It's okay. It's all good. You are launching it this year. Yes, Gigi the Penguin.
We are launching it this year. This is Victoria, South Florida. How are you, Erin?
I'm great. Thank you.
I'm a huge spokesperson for ST Math. I used it when Verizon came out. And I just have to say that I've been teaching for, 25 years plus. And it was the first program where I could refer back to it and the kids just recalled the math like that. I was like, what just happened here? That was incredible. And so what I love about it is that it does not incorporate any type of reading. There's no verbal directions. It's just kind of play and perceive it, try again, which is the whole concept of it. So using it with our lower level students, our ELL students, that is, the goal for them, our SVE students, our special needs students. So we just had a training the other day where they came out to show us everything about it. And I just fell in love with it even more. And now we have our own little plushy penguin too. So that's going to be part of our little, pass it around the classroom kind of thing. And I can't wait to meet their mascot because we have to introduce it to one of our mascots, which is a polar bear. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah. Oh, that is
so we
so
will
great.
Post pictures.
Yes, do it, tag it, social media, like blow that up, the penguin and the polar bear.
Yes.
Oh, the stories those kiddos can write. I love it, love it. And we've got so much in the chat, shouting it out, bringing it back. So good, love, chill bumps for this school year. So those are the partnerships that we really have access to that we can apply for. Check your email. That's how you will get how, when, and where to apply to be a part of these partnerships. But we also have the Verizon Innovative Learning HQ, this hub that Verizon has put out that has ready-made lessons on it, interactive things, AR, VR, turn and burn, like great resources that you can use in a moment's notice. And these are new in the HQ over the summer. So we have McGraw-Hill, augmented reality, I think AR, rotations, nets, and cross sections. And we have time pod adventures. So we've got cross-curricular tie-ins on problem solving for K-12. So that is all on Verizon HQ, which is free. You can log in. You can also access it without logging in. But the benefit to logging in is you can save different things and come back to them. So recommend doing that, free for all of your teachers, no application required. And another piece of the puzzle is we have our Verizon employee support. So not only do you have access to people like Laura and Rebecca and Todd and Lucara, myself, all these amazing people on our VILS team, we've got Verizon folks waiting in the wings, ready to jump in, work with you, your students, be a part of the passion. And so they would love to participate in your STEM fairs, career days, and other volunteer needs. There's a form in the chat right now that you can fill out to request someone to come. I will caveat and tell you that filling out the form does not guarantee someone will be there, but it does get the ball rolling to get someone from Verizon to come in. So you want to follow up on that once you filled out the form, but that resource is there. We want to take advantage of it and hear from as many voices as possible. Thanks, Todd, for throwing those links in. HQ is in there too. Yeah.
So, and one of the other things just to bring up about that is that the earlier that you submit prior to your date, the more likely Verizon is going to be able to request. So try to get those in as early as you can.
Good point. Good point. Thank you for that. Yeah, Brittany, he's a mind reader. So we get mind readers on the team and he is right there with it. So thank you, Todd, for anticipating Brittany's question and giving her an answer. Yes, if you've got the dates of things, get them in so they can long-term plan for sure. And I can't believe an hour has passed. Hopefully it didn't feel terribly long. No, he doesn't get gold stars. I'm just kidding. Todd, you can have 7 imaginary gold stars. They're for you. 7. That's it. Yes, very, very nice. But our time together is drawing to a close. This has been an amazing place for me to feel your passion and be a part of it. And I hope that the last hour has been beneficial to all of you. And thank you for your time and attention, being present in the moment. And we have our survey and attendance at the end, like we always do. So we've got that in the chat. We love feedback. We listen to you as experts and change what we do based on your feedback. So please leave a feedback. We will read it, reflect on it, and consider what we can do to make any learning experience a bit better. So glad that you are excited that your resources are there. And that's it. Once you've filled out the survey, you are free to move about the cabin. We are here if you want to visit or jam out, have any questions, but have an amazing Friday Eve.